Good morning. I want to thank everybody that watched the last video that I posted about the hawk attack in my chicken coop. I got a lot of good comments, and I did have a few people ask me to do a follow-up video for a little bit more clarification, and I got some comments. My favorite comment was probably this one, which basically implied that I was mentally deficient for believing that my chickens were safe in my coop. So I wanted to show you guys around a little bit and just offer a little bit of clarification about my setup. So this is my garage. It is a small cinder block building that was built sometime in the 1930s or 40s. It does have a roof with shingles, and it has a concrete floor. So this thing is pretty tight. I don't have any problems with predators. Garage doors, it's a 2-car garage. Like, just a really solid building that nothing can get in. I've never had a problem with anything getting into this building ever. This is the back portion to the duck run. And this is all pretty disgusting, but I really only use chicken wire to separate everything. So it's messy, I don't want to show you guys everything, but I have 2 separate pens here. This one, and then on this side, this is where the ducks go and some of my roosters. Good morning, Archie. You handsome devil. So then I have this little structure here that that you would have seen in the other video about the $200 chicken coop. That's what this is. And yes, it is completely sealed up with chicken wire, but it's only to keep these guys in because they're surrounded by concrete walls in the garage. But the problem is that as they're getting older, I opened up this window. And there's this gap here. When I open the window, there is this little gap. And I had the window closed like this, and I didn't think that the chickens would be able to get out. But apparently, this is like maybe 6 inches of a gap, I guess. I don't even know, 6 inches or so. And I think the hawk landed here and then came down. So I've been keeping this closed until I fix it. These guys are just back on inside time. So I basically repurposed this second run, which is exactly the same size as the one inside. And I just repurposed it from, I had it set up next to another coop outside by the duck run. So if I were to put this up against the window as a brand new structure, I would have used the opposite of this side because it's taller and it would have fit over the entire window. But instead, I had already had the back piece. I had already taken the chicken wire out of the back piece there where the window is. And so that there was a gap. So I was just being lazy. Yeah, so unfortunately I was just being lazy and trying to save time, and instead I ended up losing a chicken because of that. You know, not having a lot of time, working a full-time job, and just having a few minutes or a few hours every weekend to do homesteading stuff. A lot of times I unfortunately take shortcuts, and I should not have. So the remedy to this is I am going to put the chicken wire back up where it belongs on the end of this coop and angle this the correct way so that the chicks can come out and no hawks can get in. Because the hawk was actually in that covered coop where the young pullets were. So there's no way that it would have been able to get inside that particular structure unless it got in through the window because the coop was closed. So yeah, it didn't fly in the door to the duck run or in any other windows that I can tell, because it wouldn't have been able to get in with those chicks. So this was not, in fact, a failure on the part of my chicken coop. This was my own failure in allowing a gap, because I honestly didn't think like a 6-inch gap in a window was going to make a difference. So live and learn, right?